Welcome back, everybody, to the official MAP Technologies podcast. I'm broadcasting home this time. I finally got out the cave of Iraq, so it was good to be actually broadcasting at home. And yeah, we're back at it like Craftmatic with our wonderful podcast. And since we're not in person, I'm going to bring in, the introductions a different way. And like I did last time, the first person is the biggest, baddest, blackest mofo on this side of the Mrs. Frickin' Sippy. And he knows who I'm talking about. And who might that be?
Hey guys, it's JB, aka Dark Horse. All those things that Mike said, but I don't want to have those words come out of my mouth, so I'll just let him do it. It's fine. Hi.
Yeah. What's going on, JB?
Hey.
Who else do we have? To the bottom left of me is.
Again, I'm assuming we all see the same screen. It's your boy. It's everybody's boy. It's the Charm City Champ.
Yes. Charm City Champ. And we also have a phenomenal, wonderful guest host with us today. Frequent in Baltimore City, all around if you've been out and about, and a wonderful patron of MAP Technologies. And hopefully he'll soon be doing a few things down at the shop as well. Introduce yourself, good sir.
Yeah. I've never done that before. Just kidding.
Who am I?
And I am doing some retro nights, possibly at MAP, going forward in 2021. Everything's play out. Glad to work with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for, being a part of everything that we have going on down there, especially Trivia Night, and you've been in there for numerous other things. So actually be really nice to have you on board doing some stuff with us. So yeah. And
a good part.
Yeah. So what do we have? 3C.
All right. Well, this week's main topic, I figured we talk about everybody's biggest enemy, the big villains of next gen consoles this year, Scalpers. Scalpers. So we're going to really go in depth, break down like the psychology behind it, why they doing it. Is it right or is it wrong? We've been hearing like one side the whole time, but but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, later.
Yeah. Later, once we get there we go. But let's start off with what we all are playing right now.
What we all are playing right now. How about you start it off?
Me? What do you want? Do you want majority of the time to talk about your precious Shadowlands?
Actually, I have not partaken, and we could probably get through mine quicker. Of course, I'm playing Shadowlands. I haven't delved into it like I wanted to. For an example, the first night that I got on, I was so frustrated, and JB recommended that I leave, and he was like, "Man, just go home." And I was like, "No, I want to hang these TVs up wrong all night. I'm hang them up wrong, man."
He definitely did that,
and I did. So I got home and I played a little bit of it. Of course, I was a little bit behind because it started at 6, and I think I got on at 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, and I played a little bit of it. And I turned off, went to sleep because I was sleepy. So I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, well, I'm up. Let me hop back on. And I hopped on, and people were level. They went from 50 to 60 in a couple hours. I'm like, I'm just
Did Josh and Jared hit 60 by 1 in the morning.
Wow.
It was 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
Yep. I think I got on at 3 o'clock. It's just hopped on, and in the guild, I just seen people, getting the achievement for level 60. So, playing Shadowlands, I haven't delved into it like I wanted to. I was playing amongst us with the guild for a good bit last day or two before Shadowlands came out, and nothing else really. I'm going to get back into Borderlands 3 once I kind of get the shop stuff back up. Thanks to JB coming down and helping hang up a few TVs. We do have a few TVs up, so I can partake a little bit down there. So that's myself.
Nice. Well, mine is shorter than that.
That's usually what I tell most women.
Oh!
Mine is shorter than that.
I've been actually getting back into rather old Sonic 2
Hell yeah,
for
man.
Genesis. Um, and recently on Twitch was not Twitch, I'm sorry. Speedrun.com was a known category for gambling in the casino night.
For gambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of urged me to play it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I have a gambling problem. You,
Well, welcome to the fold.
the objective is to get 999 rings in 10 minutes or less.
How are you faring?
Not so well.
Okay.
But I'm trying to chase world record is 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
And
And
there's not too many things I could do in 4 minutes. I mean, there are, but
minutes. But that's basically what I've been doing, and other streaming and getting back into fighting games. In particular, Mortal Kombat 2 is one of my stronger fighting games.
not to cut you, not to interrupt. Have you seen Mortal Kombat New Era? I actually want to. Have you seen that where you can play as Razor Ramon and all these other people? It's a Mugen based Mortal Kombat. When you get it, man, it is awesome. I think I have a copy of it. I want to check it out. So yeah, when you get a chance, Google Mortal Kombat New Era. It's just yeah, we're gonna have to. That's if I get it. We're absolutely gonna have to sit down and stream that, please. So yeah,
down.
I'm Googling that right now.
It's awesome. Like the thing that actually made me see it was Razor Ramon, but the roster is like 150 people. It's everybody in it.
That's definitely a Mugen game.
Yeah.
I typed
what else?
Oh, I see.
What else are you playing? What else are you playing, Mars? That's about it. Just Sonic 2 trying to catch that world gold.
That's been it for a while, yeah.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Of course, I'll talk to you about it later on, but JB and I were talking about doing some speed running things at the shop as well. So that's awesome that you brought that up as well. So
okay.
This is ridiculous. This is Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
Nice.
Dude, it's awesome.
I'm getting
it. That is wild.
It's so good.
I have a copy. Yeah, I have a copy of it. I am. I have a PC at the shop that I'm gonna try to load it up, and I want to put a Fightcade together there. So that'll be one of the things that we'll fart around with. So yeah. JB, what you got? What you playing?
I mean, I've played some Smash. No tournaments or anything, just some casual stuff. Playing competitive online makes me very, very angry. So I try and stay away from it. Obviously, I played Shadowlands. I was all set to do the all night grind with Mike, and then he was busy, so I was just playing by myself. I went. So the guys that hit 60 really fast, they were like speed running it.
Yeah.
Like they had all these consumables to make them go faster. They had like routes planned. Like they knew what they were doing. A lot of them leveled to 60 in the beta, so they already like kind of knew where to go and where things were. I did none of this. I was just like casual, watched all the cutscenes, like did all that. I got like halfway to 60, and then I stopped. I stopped around like midnight. Played some Among Us after that, and then I was chilling. I went back to Killer Instinct, played a little Killer Instinct. That was fun. Just learning that game a little bit more, and yeah, now I'm just playing WoW. I just hit 58 while Mike was talking.
So is it just me, or does Shadowlands have a little more story than the previous?
It has a lot more. So each like zone in BFA had like its own story, and that's always the case when you're leveling. But the zone storylines didn't really tie into the main storyline that well, and the main storyline wasn't interesting. It was just Horde bad, Alliance bad. We don't like each other. Like that was like the whole thing. and then eventually they're like, oh yeah, there's an old god, like.
Oh yeah, that's him. He's
I mean, this one you're in like this whole new like universe. There are a lot of characters from past iterations of WoW that died and now they're here. So you're like meeting characters again. Some of them were friendly, some of them were enemies, and so like there's just a lot more going on. So it's more interesting for sure.
cool.
I have not played any new N64 games, although tonight I'm playing Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest.
Nice.
Bless your soul.
A lot of people like that one.
Yeah, I think I brought it
really?
up like a month ago.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's like easily the most popular baseball game for the console.
Hmm.
We'll see if it's the best, but it was definitely the most popular.
Yeah.
So Brian, you sped run Dark Souls in 20 minutes, right? That was you, correct?
By speed run, you mean like die quicker than you're supposed to die? Because then
At the credits of that.
I sped run to death.
Sounds like Mike's speedrun.
Hey, feel attacked here.
So yeah, as you tease, I'm playing Demon Souls right now, the remake on the PS5, and that thing, it's so good. Like I cannot oversell how much this is like a next gen title, even though it's like an 11-year-old game. So
But it's,
yeah, it looks really good, plays really well. Hits, I'm pretty sure it's at a solid 60 frames per second the whole time I've played.
Okay, cool.
So I wasn't comfortable talking about it before because I was at that point, when like you start a Bloodborne game, and
Nope.
okay, you know how like you know how you play a game that was hard, but before they made every game a baby game.
Yes.
Okay, so is that period of time where you have to really like learn or relearn the game before you're comfortable showing everybody.
Yes.
That's how I am with every From Software game. And Demon
Okay.
Soul was no different. It was embarrassing.
Damn.
But I am like, I'm 12 hours in and I'm now at the point where like I understand the systems. I know what's happening.
Okay.
I know where to go. And yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I hope it doesn't take 12 hours for everybody, but
Dude, your text was hilarious. You're like, people beat the game in 20 minutes. It took me 12 hours to beat the second boss.
It did. So let me go into depth about that. So you start in Demon Souls, and even though you can pick where you want to go, it pushes you to like where they want you to go first, as far as the first world. So it's 2 bosses in the first world that I know of. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me in the comments, but it's 2 bosses. One you see almost immediately, and it's just like it's literally a ball of slime with spears coming out of it. I don't know how to accurately describe it. That's basically what it is, and it's super easy to do. So you defeat that thing, and you get this swell of confidence, this undeserved like swell of confidence. So then you go like down like maybe like 10 minutes of hallway, and then you see this like 10 stories tall knight, and I shat myself literally. Literally had to change my pants.
Oh dear.
No, not literally, but it was I walked in there and like 30 seconds later he stepped on me and I was dead in one shot, and then I was back to having my ego checked. So but yeah, after about 10 hours of farming and killing the same enemies over and over and over again, I was able to finally kill them.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah.
And knowing it's half the battle.
But yeah, I recommend it. If you have a PS5 and you don't have Demon Souls, you're crazy.
All right.
We made it.
Snarkages.
You were
So yeah, plenty of games to play, I guess, this holiday season.
yeah, man.
Definitely a lot. And a lot of the
It's-
games from the year that are like up for awards and that kind of stuff will probably have deals on them this holiday season also.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spider-Man is or is not on PC? No?
No, that's never going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Not gonna happen.
but you could do the no, never mind. That's the Microsoft thing. You could play the Microsoft thing haphazardly on your iPhone, right?
Yeah, you're talking about Project X Cloud.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's Xbox.
Okay.
You can remote
Xbox
play.
Slash.
You can remote play your PS5 on a PC, but you still have to own a PS5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is I can't because the scalpers, man. The scalpers.
Got them all.
The scalpers.
We're going to talk about them scalpers later.
Them scalpers.
But next up is the news.
The news. The news. What's in the news? What's new in the news? Talk to me. Tell me something good.
So Mars doesn't know. There's going to be some like music playing, so that's why we kind of like had to pause for a second. But it's okay, whatever. CD Projekt Red, the people who are making Cyberpunk 2077 for like the past 70 years.
Yeah, but
It's apparently very close to coming out on its realistic date of December 10th, I want to say. But basically, their QA lead tweeted a screenshot of his gameplay timer, and it said 175 hours in the game. And he wanted to clarify, like, he spent that much time in one playthrough and has still not seen the end credits.
It's a lot of hours.
That is
that is a lot of hours.
I don't think I've ever. Well, no, I take that back. Well, no, I think the longest game I think I played before seeing end credits is Persona 5 Royal, but that was only 120.
I want to say I put 100 and some change on Final Fantasy 12 when it was on the PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of the older role-playing games when I didn't have responsibilities, I could chunk out like that. But I don't think I've done anything quite to that extent.
Yeah.
175 hours is a quarter of the time that I've spent on the N64 challenge, and I have beaten 142 games.
You would not
141, sorry.
And you would not have even been done Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah, so I could have played 35 games ish in that amount of time apparently.
Yeah, so this is going to be the first game in a long time that does not fit on one disc. So there's going to be 2 Blu-rays when you pick it up. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I figured it would just be one disc and they'll just make you download the other 200 gigabytes.
I don't think they will, because if you don't have the internet, you're screwed. And I think you don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to do that. Even though you'll probably still be screwed because you won't be able to get that day one patch. So,
which is probably so your turkey just won't fall through the floor for no reason.
Yeah. But yeah, so before we move on, I kind of wanted to ask real quick: Do we want that? Do we want our games to be 200 hours long?
And that's what I was about to ask. Like, I know Skyrim and those games can be very, if you kind of go off to the side quests, it could take you to a whole different type of thing. But
I'm okay with the game being able to be that long.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think
I agree with that. I think that's a consensus. It's cool to have that option if I want to delve into it that much. You can, but god damn, for it to have to be that much, that is a lot.
And he was pretty specific as far as, because like people were asking questions under the tweet, like, is this post game stuff? Like, is he like dinking, dunking around, playing the side missions? And he said he's pretty much he was exploring and like looking for glitches, obviously, because that's what QA does. But he said for the most part, he's just doing the missions.
Not 400.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So,
which script? But I read an argument one time that people were complaining that games were too short. Like, you get a game in 20 hours, it's done. And I guess now we're getting the complete opposite end of it. Now,
yeah, I was about to say
a 300-hour game. What do you want? Make up your mind.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not a thin line between Miles Morales and like the friggin' Bible.
So, for you, how long did it take for you to bang out? I'm sorry, I keep using bang out. God. For you to finish. For you to finish, guesstimately, Miles Morales from front to back main storyline.
Oof. You know what?
20 hours.
I wonder if no, it definitely was not 20 hours. I was wondering because
Less?
way less, absolutely.
Wow.
So
That's short.
the PS5 system, if you like power up the PS5 itself, it actually keeps track of how long you put in every game, like not just PS5 games, PS5, PS4, everything. So I was checking to see if I could do that on the app, but it doesn't look like I can do that. No. But if I had to guess, I'm still like 2 missions away from 100%ing it, and I don't think I put
Okay.
9 hours into it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely
I mean,
it's short, but it doesn't feel short. It's I think a word for it would be concise.
so do you feel good about paying $60 for that game, or you think $40 would have been more of a?
It is 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, explain it.
Yeah,
Let me sit up and.
it's $40 by itself. It's $60 if you want Miles Morales and a remastered version of Spider-Man 1.
Of Spider-Man. Okay, well that's the one I saw. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. But Miles Morales itself.
Yeah,
Just,
I absolutely feel like I got my money's worth. And there's a new game plus that I really think I'm going to delve into because there's certain things that you can't unlock until you've played that new game plus. But yeah,
okay.
I don't mind short games as long as, like you pointed out earlier, they're not overpriced. And I think a short game really needs that replayability.
And hopefully, if it's fun, if it's short and it's
Oh yeah,
really,
yeah. That was unspoken. Next up, Nintendo's being Nintendo again.
Yeah,
They sure are.
Yeah.
So
I was I'm sorry. I've listened to a whole rant about evidently some YouTuber guy. He seems to be pretty popular. I talked to JB about it a little bit when he was in the shop, and yeah, but that's nothing new for Nintendo if you know what Nintendo does.
Yeah. So for those people who don't know like what particular story we're talking about, this these tournament organizers known as the Big House, they were working on a online Super Smash Brothers Melee tournament. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the GameCube naturally didn't have online features.
Correct.
So in order for you to be able to play Super Smash Brothers Melee online, you have to mod it.
Emulated.
No, you emulate it.
That's what I meant. You have to run it on an emulator that has a mod so you can play it online. So the emulation looks like that's where Nintendo drew the line. So they issued a cease and desist to the Big House.
Did.
Yeah.
So the Big House is the longest running annual Smash Brothers major, and the tournament was going to have Melee and Ultimate.
Yes.
Normally, this event is partnered with Nintendo. Partnering with Nintendo doesn't actually get events anything. It just means that Nintendo won't come after them for broadcasting their game. Nintendo never actually like gives people anything worthwhile when they partner with them. So it's always kind of it's always pretty whack. But once Nintendo saw that they were going to use this, they were like, okay, well, don't use it. And Big House was like, no, we're going to. And then they got issued the cease and desist. So for a few days, there's been a lot of hashtag free Melee and save Smash. This was kind of expected. This new like emulator package, it's been around for a bit, but at the beginning of this year, they added rollback netcode to it. So it was like a really big deal. And this is what everyone's been using to get by during quarantine when there are no live events.
Right.
And a lot of events have run on this emulator, but none of them have been partnered with Nintendo. Even last month, there was a major Melee circuit, like invitational circuit. And like that went like the whole month of October. And they didn't get anything. But Big House, because they're trying to partner with Nintendo, they got the cease and desist. So this is kind of blown up a lot lately. But it wasn't unexpected. That's the thing.
Wow.
Nintendo really doesn't like it.
So
I didn't know that these guys had partnered with Nintendo before.
Yeah, events will do that. Yeah,
Okay.
like the big events, like SmashCon, like Genesis, like Big House.
I mean, which makes sense. You would want the person's name on it, like, hey, this is their,
Yeah.
but-
Well, like if you go back to like Evo 2013, that was when Nintendo said that Evo, I think it was 2013. They were like, no, you can't broadcast Melee
I
because the
remember that.
publisher has the right to do that. And Nintendo was like, you can't do it. And there was like this huge outcry about it. And Nintendo actually eventually walked it back and let them do it. But I don't know what's going to happen with this.
Why they
So,
stopped first
quick
place.
question. So, in the past, when they've done these events, were they using the same emulation thing that they're using now, or this is just something completely new?
Well, I mean, no one ran big online events until this year.
Okay. All right.
Because there was no need to. You always
Right.
had in-person events.
Okay. All right. That's your people's, bruh. Nintendo.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that,
Mr. Miyamoto.
I would normally, in a normal situation, in a normal Earth, like back in back in January, February, I would kind of be like, you know what, it kind of makes sense. I get it. But in this circumstance, knowing that you don't want 1,000 people in a freaking room at one time, and they're kind of like, so the whole legal thing about emulators is as long as you own a physical copy of the game,
Yes.
correct? You are supposed to be able to emulate it. And
Right.
it's safe to say if that you're in a Smash Brothers Melee tournament, you have purchased Smash Brothers Melee. Nobody is entering in that tournament,
Right.
and they don't own or have owned Melee. So what's the big deal? Other than the mod.
It's
Flexing your
just
muscles.
Nintendo, man. I don't know.
they do.
It's sad to
But in
say,
their
but
defense,
that's just
They've
Nintendo.
always been like that. Yeah, they've always been like that. I mean, not anything new. I mean, of course it sucks, but hearing it, people are just like, yeah, it's Nintendo. They've been doing that forever.
Yeah,
Anything.
not really.
Mars,
anything else to say about
Mars,
it.
you partake in Smash a little bit? You play any of them?
Melee is my favorite, to be honest.
Okay.
I didn't know about this one. It's upcoming thing. But I see why they did that. I don't think it's right because I don't think they're making any money off of it regardless. But it's the same thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it was a few years back. A fan created a Mario 64 ROM hack online play.
Mm-hmm.
It can be multiple characters at the same time. And
Yep.
Nintendo shut that online server down.
They also shut that what was it, Pokemon? Remember that Pokemon game that a fan created? They shut that down too.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's one thing to like take their IP and like make a new game,
I get
or like
that, yeah.
modify a game they have, but like this is just, and like the Nintendo's reasoning included in their letter, like using a program that requires the use of an illegal ROM, and like that's just not true. You know, it requires the ISO, like yes, it requires the ISO, but it doesn't have to be illegal.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say these weren't legally attained? Like, I don't know. The whole thing's a little dumb. It's definitely a bad look for Nintendo.
They just want money.
I mean, but this doesn't get them money.
Or they just want the properties to their. They just want to hold their stuff so close to them that nobody does anything with it. Like, this is ours. Don't do anything with it unless we say so.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, JB, as far as like this being, it has been a bad PR year for Nintendo. Like altogether, the whole selling the 3 old Mario games unremastered really for $60 and then only selling them up until March. And then they're remastering that unreleased Nintendo RPG. I can't remember what it's called, and I Googled it and I couldn't find it.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, they announced this like a month ago. It was like the original Dragon Quest or something like that. It's not that.
Wow.
But yeah, they're re-releasing that for $30.
A 30-year-old game for $30.
A 30-year-old. It was unreleased in America, and they're finally releasing it worldwide for $30. Like, and it's untouched. It still looks like a NES game.
You don't want to pay $30 for that? Come on.
I googled it and I cannot find any mention of it anymore. But they definitely like.
It's not Mother 3, is it?
No, no. I would have been okay with paying for Mother 3.
I feel like I would have heard about it if it was Mother 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Mother 3 was on Super Nintendo anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, while I look that up, I will introduce the next story. There is now, this kind of goes into the main topic. I probably should have saved this for last, but I think we have saved for last is a little bigger of a story. A sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers 3 holds the record. Holds the record for
You wabbit.
For
you wacky Nintendo weeples.
For highest reselling value of a video game. It sold for $156,000. The record holder before that was a sealed copy of Super Mario Bros. For $114,000.
Dang. Where are these sealed copies coming from?
Yeah.
Someone's basement or something.
I wish I had the wherewithal as a kid to not play the games that were bought for me.
I don't think anybody had that wherewithal. We were too busy trying to play the games like regular people. Like,
especially Mario 3.
Just got to go back in time, and every time you buy a game, just buy 2.
Like, look, I know this doesn't make sense. Do not play that game.
Brand new game. Don't play it.
5-year-old me is like, shut the hell up, old man.
Get off my face and put some pants on.
Damn it, Mike.
Oh, maybe that's just my older self.
Fire. Okay, I found it. It's the original Fire Emblem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Talk about a franchise I don't care about.
Yeah.
I know about. Yeah. I mean, I know about it, but it's not that important. I mean, I don't think I've played a Fire Emblem game.
They were all kind of on the DS.
I haven't played any.
Except
I haven't heard of Fire Emblem.
People love them. There's 50 of them in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, I remember they announced that recent one, like Bailiff or whatever her name is. Byleth?
Yeah, Byleth, yeah.
And people were pissed.
Yeah.
Irate.
Tell you what, though, people love their anime girls because that character on thumbnails definitely gets a lot of views. So I'll take it.
Mental note. Maybe I need to make my avatar. What's her name? Bailiff?
Yeah, Byleth.
Byleth.
Yeah.
There you go. It's Mike's new profile picture is Byleth.
And they click on it, it's my black ass. They're like, oh, Jesus. Hell.
That's how you get expected.
Yeah,
that's how you get them.
That's how you get them.
You're so much taller.
Yeah, so the original Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light will sell alone for $6, digitally only, and only until March. It says until supplies last, even though it's a digital version.
Yeah, somebody else said
yeah, when they run out of digits, then that's it.
They run out of zeros and ones. That's it.
You gotta get it before they run out of digits.
A friend of mine went to register for school, and she said her book was like, it's digital, but they were like, yeah, you ran out. I'm like, it's a digital book.
I don't get how that works.
Neither do I. I just work. See, I just work here. I stopped trying to figure stuff out a long time.
I mean, I understand why digital things cost money. I don't understand how you're gonna run out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course I understand why they cost money, but I don't understand how they run out. But
it's like at the library.
Nintendo being Nintendo.
You're like,
what? So on to the next story. Have you ever been so horny that you wanted to sue somebody?
Let me think about it. Sue or fight?
Well, Eric Estavilo.
That's first problem.
He sued Twitch for $25 million in damages for exposing him to quote unquote overly suggestive and sexual content from various female streamers.
Is this a new story?
Yes.
I could have sworn I heard something about this a while ago.
So the suit was introduced earlier this year, but
okay, that's what it was.
It got thrown out yesterday.
Right.
Which is why it's back
as it
in
should.
Story. Yeah. So
like you gotta know when to like take the L.
Like what the hell? And apparently, no, go ahead.
How do you go to a lawyer and be like, "Hey, this is my debacle," and explain that to him? And the lawyer says,
"It's like suing a bar for selling alcohol."
Right.
This place got me drunk too many times.
After I willingly went in there and kept spending money.
It shouldn't just be out there for me to see whenever I want.
So the case got thrown out.
Yeah, absolutely. So
thank goodness.
The case got thrown out yesterday, and I did some more research, and apparently this is not the first dumb suit that this particular person did. I couldn't find what they were for, but he is in the past sued Nintendo. Let me see. He has not won any of them.
Have any of them like gone past not getting thrown out?
I highly doubt it. Yeah, I can only find Nintendo right now, but it was about 2 or 3 major video game companies that he has tried to make lawsuits for.
Too funny.
Yeah, man.
I wonder if these video game people, when they see his name come across the desk, are they just like this?
This guy. Here we go again.
Here we go again. Tried to hump his TV and got shot, so somehow this is Sanyo's fault.
Pokimane has too much cleavage.
Right.
Twitch got it.
I don't even think she does, right?
No.
Yeah. No. She doesn't need to do that.
All right.
That's what we've come to.
Finally on the list, I'm
gonna start.
That's right. Get them subs up, JB. Taco meat.
Take your shirt off.
Yeah. Sub, and don't forget to download Raid Shadow Legends.
We are in video game award season.
We are in video game award season.
All right.
And a lot of people might not know that's a thing, but it's a thing.
You don't know it's a thing by now.
Yeah. It's 2 big video game award shows. There is the Video Game Awards, which is hosted by Jeff Keighley every year. And then there is the Golden Joystick Awards, which happened last night. And
I didn't even know about that one.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So it's a pretty big one, apparently. It is all the buzz. So I figured we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's a big story for a lot of people because the divisive The Last of Us Part 2, the very divisive PS4 exclusive from earlier in the year, almost swept every category that it was nominated for.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it won Game of the Year, Best Storytelling, Best Visual Design, Best Audio. Naughty Dog won Studio of the Year.
All right.
And Last of Us won the PlayStation Game of the Year.
Does Best Audio count soundtrack, or is it like everything else? It's not music. It's everything else.
I'm wondering if
it's
just
everything else.
Yeah, I think it's audio mixing.
Separate one for best gaming soundtrack, but I could be wrong. Who am I?
I don't see anything for soundtrack, so it might it might embody all of it.
Wow.
My body. My body.
How do y'all feel about The Last of Us? I loved it. It's a masterpiece. Has anybody else
play it? But it looks fantastic. It looks like there's a lot of work went into the story. Like not just like, yes, graphics are good. Like it looks like they put a lot of effort into everything else. I expected it just from looking at it. I expected it to be Game of the Year material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing. I played a little chunk of it, but I can see it. I can kind of see that. I mean, it would have been cool just to see some other games win, but that's not surprising that it did what it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only seen bits and pieces of it, but it does all around fit what it did. Great job.
Yeah. I don't want to.
You played it though, right, Brian?
Oh yeah, I played it all the way through. And
did you play the first one?
Yeah, I'm a big Last of Us fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Played 1, played 2. I can't relate to the reasons that people have problems with Last of Us Part 2. I think it's just okay storytelling. They took a lot of risk as far as the storytelling. So I can get if some people can't compute the new ways they're trying. And I'm not trying to no. I'm not trying to call somebody dumb. But they're
you peasants.
So the normal way
isn't there like a lot of like moral ambiguity, and there's
yes.
it's like a gay character, which is a big deal for a lot of people. And
yeah.
Those are risks.
A whole lot. Well, even so with conventional storytelling, I know we know what conventional storytelling is, but for the viewers that don't, there's like a flat line, then things start to escalate. Then you get to the climax, and then things start to level back out, right? So in Last of Us, do that, then you escalate, then you go back down, then you go back up again, then you go back down, then you go backwards, then you go up. Then you gotta. It's definitely. It doesn't follow right. It doesn't follow.
It's just a trilogy in one story.
That's actually, that's a good way to put it. It's like if you put Kill Bill 1 and 2 into one movie, it probably wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, it would have been too much up and down.
Yeah. So that's kind of what happened, and a lot of people couldn't jive with that. But if you could follow that, it was amazing.
It was good. It was good. I mean, of course, you're not going to make everybody happy, but for the most part, even if you could just ignore the story and play the game, like the gameplay was good. Like, give it that. It was a good game. I liked it, and it's on sale now. It's cheaper now, so get the fucking game.
A lot of games are going on sale. This is a good time to start looking.
It is a good time to start looking, especially the PlayStation 4s and the X's are kind of cheaper now, so catch up on some of that library. I think Last of Us 1 was a free game for PlayStation Plus 1 month.
So it's back to being free again if you have a PS5.
Is it okay?
There are 20-ish games that PS Plus are giving away as if you have the PS5, and Last of Us is included.
Nice.
Yeah, Last of Us is like part 1 is a great game.
Part 1, yeah.
Part 1.
Yeah. It's part 2 is too. So even if you're like having doubts on part 2, grab part 1. Like part 1 was great. It was freaking great.
A couple of the other awards real quick. Hades won the Critics' Choice and Best Indies game.
Yeah. I wasn't sure because it seemed like it was going to be between like Hades, Among Us, Fall Guys, and like maybe Ori or something like that for Best Indie Game.
Yeah. Indies have been like hitting it out the park for the past couple of years, but this year was really
they have been.
It just goes back to what I've been saying for years. It's like everybody that played 16-bit growing up is now making games
by themselves. Like it'll be one person doing a whole game by themselves in the game.
Right.
They'll do like a Metroidvania type game, and it will be better than some of your AAA games.
Yeah, so I think that's why you see so much of these Metroidvanias and the roguelikes and everything. Like that's what these people grew up playing. So
that reminds me, like my eyes literally crossed when freaking John hopped on Twitter and he was like, "Why didn't anybody tell me about Hollow Knight? This game's so good." And there's there's an episode of podcast.
Didn't you just say?
I talk about it for like 20 minutes.
Where the hell was he? Was he asleep?
But anyway,
I don't know how you missed Hollow Knight.
Like one of the best games of the generation. I said that.
Yeah, Hollow Knight is dope.
Fall Guys won Best Family Game and Best Multiplayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it was between Fall Guys and Among Us, right?
Yeah. Among Us won Best Breakthrough Award.
Yeah.
See that.
That's fair.
Yep.
Okay.
Best Xbox game was Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Best Nintendo game was Animal
I didn't know
Crossing.
that was Xbox.
It's an Xbox. Is it also on PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's
Yeah.
Steam.
Okay. Yeah, but it's I want to say it's published by Microsoft. Even though
At least Ori and the Blind Forest was on Steam. I'm assuming Will of the Wisp was also.
I think you're right. Because the Blind Forest is also on Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's that's a game produced by Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Animal
Nice.
Crossing,
So
best
speaking
Nintendo.
of Microsoft, did you see that Elon Musk just took over Bill Gates as second richest person?
I'm not
in the world.
shocked. I'm not shocked.
You're right.
That's
I'm a
crazy.
little shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is poor Bill Gates going
Well,
to do with
also,
being
Bill Gates gives away so much.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Okay.
He's very charitable.
Dude gives away like billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he should give some stuff away to MAP.
Just hit him up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why not think? Let me just call Bill Gates. Hold on, guys.
Yeah. I mean, have you tried? Did you even try, Mike?
Well,
Well, my phone only calls Jeff Bezos because
why don't we?
I think he would not do anything if you can't say his name right.
Jeff Bezos.
Well, when you're friends with him like I am, that's what you get called.
You just call him Bezzy.
Yeah.
My man, Bezzy.
Bezzy.
Mike, why don't we tell Bill Gates, if he's listening, how he can support MAP Technologies?
Well, Bill, I'll call you and tell you personally this evening, but to humor these people,
you gotta
because
scream.
they don't know of our friendship,
You gotta scream it.
you can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and
He hit all
Twitter.
the things.
Please make all the ASMR that you can.
Let's start clapping.
Let me just spinning on my back,
But-
biting on the
Mike-
phone.
Last week, you missed it last week, and then you had the opportunity to do it this week, and you didn't do it.
What did I do?
Ad break!
People in here,
Wait,
when I
what?
did that, they all just turned and looked at me like, look, Buzz,
I just let him do it.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
That's
what's
fair.
happening? What's happening? So this is our ad break where we, promo all the stuff for the shop.
Okay.
So, yes. So, you can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MAP Game Tech, and the website, www.mapgametech.com. You can check out all the happenings, what's going on in the shop, stuff that we have on sale. What was that? Somebody whispered something in my ear.
No.
Okay, nobody whispered. All right, I'm hearing things. And, of course, YouTube, MAP Technologies. Is that correct?
Yeah, check it
That
out.
is correct.
YouTube.com/MAP Technologies. JB just did a 5.5 hour stream of Shadowlands.
It was only 5.5. Jeez.
Holy cow. Jeez.
Yeah, man, JB streamed, and it was great. Check it out, man.
Yeah, please. And
See the first
like and
half of
subscribe.
Shadowlands.
And please do not forget about our Patreon. Tell them about the tiers, Brian. You're good with this.
Yeah, man, patreon.com/MAP Game Tech. We're looking right at you, Bill Gates.
We coming for you.
For
Go.
with tiers as low as just $3 a month, you can get backstage access, exclusive streams, exclusive peer contributions into the podcast, and discounts on MAPGameTech.com.
Yep, and if you're in the Baltimore area, you'll be privy to discounts off of events that will hopefully be happening soon at the shop when these COVID numbers go down and go away. We'll get back into the swing of things. So, yeah, come on out and meet us in person and hit some buttons with us.
Heck yeah.
Hit
That's
those
what we do. Hit those buttons.
We got
Hit 'em
there.
hard.
It took a
Hard.
it took a while, but we finally got there. We got to the main topic, baby. Scalpers.
And scalpers. I think we've all seen them out there. They're everywhere. I've seen them on Facebook Marketplace. There was a gentleman selling a PlayStation 4 for $38,000. Brian, was it? 32?
I think it was 32. The one, if you're talking about the one I seen.
Yeah. We were just like joking around, but I mean, he was legitimately selling it for, but he wanted $32,000.
Mhm.
So What's our make on that? Is it worth it to pay the extra money?
That was more than the deposit on my house.
So
You could literally buy a block here in Baltimore for that much.
Yeah.
So I figured it's a heavy topic, right? A lot of people don't get the warm and fuzzies when they talk about scalping. So I figured let's start it with something a little fun. With the scalp is right.
The scalp is right. Okay.
So that's the question. Is it right?
Well, it's a play on Price is Right. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just.
Thanks for putting that disclaimer out there.
We all don't know what we're doing in life, but
carry on.
So
I'm in. I'm sold.
So basically, what I did was I took the highest successful auction on eBay for certain systems, and y'all are going to try to guess how much this system successfully sold for. And the closest, without going over, like Price is Right, wins. My love and affection.
All right.
Okay.
So is this for Xboxes and PlayStation 5s?
You shall see, my friend. So
yes and no and maybe.
Yes.
So again, this is only according to eBay. This is the highest successful eBay bid. That means somebody could have posted something for $50,000. If it didn't sell, I did not include that.
Yeah. Oh, always, and just a note to everybody: always check sold listings. Always check sold listings.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
Let's start with the Xbox Series X in box. No scams. This is not like somebody trying to sell the empty box. This is legit the system.
And this is like the minimum amount of stuff that it comes with?
Yes, this is only what the system comes with. So normally for $500, you get the system. This is an unopened Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Who's first?
Who is first? Why don't we let the guest go first? What you got, Mars?
Let's do Xbox X.
Retail is 500. So you said 3,000. Mars has 3,000. Let's go around the clock, counterclockwise. What about you, Mike?
I'm going to say $2,200.
2,200. Okay.
Yes.
JV.
All right. Oh man, close without going over, right?
Mm-hmm.
$950.
$950.
Yep.
All right. The closest, without going over, was Mars with his.
What the hell is wrong with people?
But that wasn't even so. Mars, even though he was the closest, was nowhere near it. This Xbox Series X sold November 19th for $28,500.
Oh no!
You gotta read the description on that thing because they're like sneaking in like people. You just bought a person, I think.
I didn't know it must have glitched out. You said it sold for how much?
So I'm gonna put it up for the people watching the podcast. The description is Microsoft Xbox Series X 1 terabyte game console black, brand new, in hand, ships now. Nothing included, nothing extra. 28,000.
Is there like a watermark on the picture that has like some writing on it? Like
No.
This is.
Is this the one that Bill Gates made, or is this the regular one?
Is it solid gold? No.
No. What the hell?
It is just a picture of the Xbox box with a ripped spiral notebook paper with the guy's screen name on it. That's
so
all.
when did it? This is after it officially dropped, or this is before?
This sold November 19th. So the game, it's been out for a while at this point.
Oh, so okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was last week.
Yeah. Why can't I think I broke Mike.
Damn. So this is post street day. This is a pre.
Yes, it's post. The Series X is already out in the wild.
I think you just created a new scalper.
Yeah, I don't understand. I maybe get pre-street.
What am I doing wrong?
I'm the first one to get this. No one else has it. But if
No.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You guys remember the Chewbacca episode of South Park?
yes.
Yes.
This does not make
What?
sense.
Yeah. Why would a Wookiee be on planet Endor? Yeah, that's
This does not make sense.
at all.
All right.
Okay. Well,
$28,000.
28 freaking
$28,000.
$1,000.
I went to college for what?
Could have been out here selling Sirius X's, man.
Next up, the Sony PlayStation 5. So I'm going to read the description. Sony PlayStation 5, PS5 in parentheses, brand new, unopened. And this is the digital version. So not the disc version. So this is the version retail would sell for $400.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What do you think, Mars? Well, actually, you're the winner. So does the winner go first?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter.
That certainly is a disadvantage going first.
Okay.
I think the last place goes first.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it should be me.
Okay.
All right. Well, now I just got to say like $20K.
$20K for JB. What about you, Mike?
All right. I'm going to say 15,000.
All right, 15,000. Mars, what you got?
I'm going to say 10.
All right, we got 20, we got 15, we got 10 for the digital version of the PlayStation 5 sealed in box.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's sold. Well, be prepared. This PlayStation 5 digital edition sold on November 22nd. $36,785.93 plus $29 shipping.
Shipping should have been free for all.
They couldn't even pay for shipping.
I wonder if they got salty about paying for shipping.
Right.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Now you motherfuckers asking for too much.
Right.
So this actually, this seller was from Australia, so I had to double check. That is USD. So that's $36,000 American.
My salary is
Wild.
like $36,000.
I do not get that. I do not get paying that much money
For anything.
For
For literally anything.
My car doesn't cost that much. Oh, that is hilarious, man.
Wow. So that's what we are. And I mean, so with that being said, is it the scalpers' fault that people are just that gullible and willingly to pay that much? Is it that bad?
I don't think gullible is the right word. I think desperate is the right word.
Yeah.
The hype.
I mean, like realistically,
Like they're not what are they falling? They're not falling for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. But
They're just freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you could buy something for $500 and literally just turn around and legally make $36,000, we probably all would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if we're not doing anything illegal. If we could just buy a PlayStation 5 and sell it for $36,000, we probably would. I mean, $36,000, $28,000. These are whole people's salaries. Like someone at McDonald's doesn't make that in a whole year.
All right, I'm now I have to. Like this is insane. I realize that that's the number one, and I don't know what you found as the number two. You know, like, but even if you're just doubling up,
yeah, even if you're spending $6 and making $1,200, you know, you're making an extra.
it's a lot of money.
Just
That was my intent. I'm like Emperor Palpatine. I'm like, yes. Come to the dark side. So last up, I figure, all right, so I know that was a little soul crushing. This one is a little more reasonable, but it's still insane that this sold for this much. This is an unopened Nintendo Wii. with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort included.
Unopened or sealed?
Unopened.
A Nintendo Wii.
A Nintendo Wii. This is the it's not the most recent re-release because you know that the re-release where the console was red. This is a unopened white Wii that comes with the Wiimote with the Wii Motion Plus. So,
Okay.
and this sale was November 3rd of this year.
$50.
Which is way too much.
Mars with $50. What you got, Mike?
I want to say, any Wii?
With the Nintendo Wii unopened.
The Wii from 2005.
Yes.
Not a Wii U.
Not a Wii U. The
A
Wii.
Which is even worse.
Right.
For me, there was a time, and it's
I mean, at least the Wii plays GameCube games.
Unopened.
right. I was giving Wii's away. I was giving them away. When people would, I would get like when kids say I don't have a system, I would say, "Here, take this Wii. It works." So Mars is saying 50. I think he's being way too generous with 50. But in this day and time, unfortunately, I know somebody's going to be like, "Oh, let me just get this brand new Wii for $250." So I'm going to say 250.
250. So we got 50. We got 250. What you got, JP?
Right. Well, I mean, I got to play the game right and say 251.
251. And the winner at 251. Jay,
What was it like? What was it like? What was it like? $3,000?
$470.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's reasonable.
This
for
month.
a console.
So weird. But yeah, that is reasonable for the console. I don't know.
That's only a little bit more than it cost when it came out.
Yeah.
It's just it's that much not a collector's item.
Yeah.
No.
So,
You broke Mike.
I
did.
won't be that big. And then years I have a sealed Wii, and somebody's like, "Oh, I gotta have that." Like that's not the hot, Oh my God, you got a sealed Wii? Like, no, people are just crazy.
Yeah. So I guess we were kind of going into it earlier, but if you're a person and you have the disposable income, are you right to support a scalper? Because the scalpers only exist because they have a customer base, correct?
Right.
I would argue that the scalpers only exist because of the limited supply of things.
Yeah, you could say that. Pretend that's not
But
happening.
I can't. It can't be ignored.
That's everybody, for the audio listeners, my wife is being annoying.
Somebody's sleeping on the couch.
Not by choice this time.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, you could say that for anything. Like it's only exists because people will pay for it. When someone posts something and it seems overpriced, and it's like, well, people are buying it, so that's technically market value. Like, yeah, I don't know. I can't hate on them too much.
I think it's a spur of the moment thing. Because you can apply that to anything. If you're in line, like when the PS4 came out, same thing. And they're not going to have that many in stock on purpose. So you're going to grab a couple of them and hit the people off in line that are already waiting. Hey, I'm selling you one.
It is morally questionable.
Yeah.
Because you are doing this knowing full well that the only reason you're doing it is so that someone else can't get it before you, and that will allow you to sell it for more. Like you are like deliberately taking advantage of people in the system and everything. So like morally, definitely questionable. But like,
But when you get that $36,000 check, it don't seem all too bad now.
And like I wouldn't even feel that bad about it because it's not like if I were to do that, it's not like I'm taking away something from someone else forever.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait a week.
Yeah, I mean,
and get it at the normal price. So because of that, because it's not like it's a limited supply, but they restock. If they were like, we're only releasing 1,000 of these, then I'd be like, all right, you're kind of a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your only intention. But like, people could just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait, you'll get one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't think it's as evil as a lot of people say it or they want to believe that it is. But see, so this is how I'm organizing the conversation. I'm ratcheting up the evil. So we're starting with just base scalping. But what about those people that scalp in bulk? Like those people who have you've seen those pictures circling the internet with like people posing with 25 PS5s and mountains of.
By the time it gets to that, I'm just more befuddled on how they did it. Like I understand how the guy got one, but how did you get 6 PlayStations? How did you get 6 PlayStation 5s? Like,
good code.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
How did you do that? That's more amazing to me. But yeah,
I don't think that's any more wrong. It's just like Mike said, it's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think it's wrong because people can just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal. I agree. I mean,
you're not like withholding something essential from people like food or water or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a supply that will end.
Mm-hmm.
So you just wait.
As much as I would like to get one for self, and it would be cool to get one for the shop as well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get either, but I really wasn't trying to get one, and I just come to the consensus like JB said. I'll just wait. I just gotta wait. I just gotta wait till January, maybe February to get one.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few people in the world that need one now.
Yeah.
Everyone else can wait.
You need one for? Like, what do you need? Like, I
your
need
job.
This because. Okay.
Some people's like entire job is based around having the newest stuff. And
yeah.
I guess I could.
I would say I would say this
very few and far between though. It might seem like a lot, like in our circle.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, that's a fraction of a percent.
Mm-hmm. Because so. JB, you and Mars, y'all are like the retro guys. So I totally get how y'all can like sit back and be like, I get how y'all can sit back and be like, I'll get it when I can get it. This is what I bring to the table. I don't know if y'all knew that. This is all I got. Is my opinion on the new thing. So I need it, baby.
I don't know, like I even like going through all the whole, like N64 thing I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the release dates of some of these games, and I'm like, I knew we got that like in December, like for like birthday or like Hanukkah or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like this game came out in like June.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as kids, like we waited.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we knew we were, but we did.
Yeah.
I mean, now like there's just always like things hyping everything up like all over the place. So you are like bombarded with the advertisements more.
Yeah, you almost kind of get to see that it's out there, and like when you were
so
younger,
I get that it's harder to wait.
Yeah, you just knew you wanted a game, and the parents would told you, well, it's out in July, you'll get it for Christmas, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you probably weren't reminded of it until it was close to Christmas. Now, PlayStation 5, Xbox, it's just.
And if you had a friend that had it, you just went over to their place and played it. Like,
yeah.
Times are different, though. I guess
times are different.
I think the last console I waited in line for, honestly, and this is like with my own money and job and everything, was a GameCube.
Wow.
I really wanted a GameCube because it had the handle, like you could carry it around, like it was,
Until the Switch, that was the last console I got.
like right off the market. That
Mike, fun fact: you want to know the last game I waited in line for? This is not a trick question. There is one answer. This did happen one time.
Smash Brothers.
Not Smash Brothers.
I'm not
It
sure what
was
else.
Smash 2.
World of Warcraft: Wrath of the Lich King.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess they were still coming on disc at that point in time. So you had to
Because
go and-
I did the pre-order for Burning Crusade, and pre-orders back then weren't digital. So the game came out, everyone was playing it, and mine shipped on release date. So then I was just sitting there like an idiot waiting like 3 days to like be able to play the game. So I was like, not this time. So me and a buddy, we just went to Best Buy at midnight when it opened, and there were like 30 people there.
Yeah,
No, man, okay.
I don't
Which
do
isn't
that.
too bad now. 30 people in line. That's
No. We were all just chilling.
people will stand in line. Like a store will say, "We'll have 5 PlayStation 5s," and 250 people will stand outside. Literally, like,
And
literally,
still
it was a sign-
Freaking In-N-Out opened in like Colorado or something, and the line was 14 hours long.
I saw that.
People were waiting 14 hours for the worst fast food burger in existence. Unbelievable. Mike's dead. See, I killed him.
Mike
I broke
is-
Mike.
This whole conversation broke Mike.
Yeah.
So I guess,
Unbelievable.
can we all agree that I guess the sensationalism that's created by the internet is probably what these scalpers are maybe thriving off of? Like, would a scalper,
Part of it.
Absolutely.
would they thrive? Like, would they be able to scalp the NES back in 1988?
Probably. But it wouldn't not as successfully because you'd have to like put out a freaking ad in the newspaper
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
to like get like, it's so much easier now.
Stand outside of
Yeah.
a J.C. Penney in a trench coat.
Yeah.
With your- what do
Oh,
you-
look how big your Mario is.
Oh
Nice
man.
Rob the robot you had there.
So we've talked about scalping. We've talked about scalping in bulk. Have we talked about bots?
I was gonna ask you, Brian,
Mhm.
since you need it now,
Mm-hmm.
how much over market are you willing to pay?
Oh, so
That's a good.
me personally, I would just suck it up. I would just
Because for
honestly.
me, it's usually in the negatives.
yeah. I'm not big on resale. Like if I don't get it from a retailer, I just wait. And I did. Like I didn't I got the Series X at launch. The PS5, that's when I started sweating. I didn't get the PS5 until like a couple days after launch.
Okay.
But I don't think.
Man.
Yeah, I don't.
But if you like still didn't have it right now, you would still just wait until you could.
Yeah, I don't think I've never purchased anything from a scalper.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, I'm not besmirching people who resell things.
Well, I mean, like for me, like there's a certain sense of security you get from buying it from an actual store.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
You
seen,
buy it from some dude like, off Craigslist. Like, if it stops working, you're done.
Yep. And I alluded to
Like
it
smoking.
earlier. Like there's those listings on eBay where they're clearly saying Xbox Series X box, and people are buying it for like $900. Like imagine that person that's getting that box and they literally can't do anything about it because they just didn't read the description.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I think there might be some buyer protection on eBay
Yeah.
or PayPal,
Mhm.
like one of those two. I'm pretty sure,
Mhm.
but it's hard to say.
Yeah, I've seen like listings on eBay where it's just a printed picture of a PS5, and they sold it on eBay, and it was selling, like it had bids.
Here, yeah, hold on. Let me get my PS5 real quick.
just a sketched drawing.
All right, here's my listing.
$800.
You got it.
30,000.
There we go.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let me see if I can pull one up, PlayStation.
A nickel, I can buy my own hotel.
Such crazy times we live in.
Yeah, it is very tempting for me to just try and get a PS5 or something like that as soon as it's available, and then just sell it around the holidays. Even if I only make like $100 off of it, seems worth it.
That's
And if I don't,
PlayStation 5 picture being sold for $600.
Yeah. Oh,
so like if I buy one like right now for from a reputable retailer, and I can't scalp it in the next month, then I'll just sell it to Mike for normal price. And then he has one at the shop.
Hell yeah,
And I
man.
have one at the shop.
So you're a reasonable guy.
That's just security.
I don't think you heard the part where he said he's going to try to sell it first for $30,000. But yeah, let's tie this conversation up in a very nice bow. Let's go around the table. And this is honest opinion. Nobody's pressuring you. Is scalping wrong?
No. You're just capitalizing off of something, just like everybody else has done for all these years. Your transmission is broke. You need somebody to fix it. You got to call the mechanic. He fixes transmission. He has a PlayStation 5. You want a PlayStation 5 bad enough? You need to pay PlayStation bad enough money.
I don't think it's wrong unless it's a necessary service.
Yeah,
which video games are not.
Yeah, not.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong.
Concert tickets are not. Like some of the methods are wrong. Like making a bot that just like can like instantly like buy a whole bunch like online or whatever.
Yeah,
some of the methods are wrong, but the whole like the concept I don't think is wrong. No.
Mars, what you think?
Yeah, I agree.
As being an opportunist, I don't think that's wrong. Because like I said, it's spur of the moment. It's if you really want it, you're gonna pay whatever to get it.
Yes, if you really want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat.
And then it's up to you to pay that price.
Not paying $30,000.
Some people are just willing to spend like. Yeah, I'm not paying $30,000. Like my one buddy called me. He was like, "I'll get one. They're 5." He said, "Man, I'll pay up to 7." So that's what he's looking to pay. I mean, he probably won't get one for 7, but he's willing to go over 7. Someone was willing to pay $36,000, and that was so.
Now you said 7. You mean 700, right?
Yeah, he was willing to pay 7. Like it's 5, he was willing to pay 7.
Like 7,000.
Then again, he might have been. Last time I talked to him, there was a little bit of desperatism in his voice. Yeah, that 7 may have a comma in it.
Yeah, I think I'm agree with y'all. I don't think scalping is wrong. I am with JB that I do think the use of bots suck, and I think that's excessive. But I think scalping is pretty much fine. But again, this is also a person who luckily got a PS5 and Xbox. If I was on the other side of the coin, I probably would be like, fuck them all.
Thank God to help me get this. God help me get this PlayStation. I get the grab. Thank God to help me get on Best Buy, get my PlayStation 5 so I can play Dark Souls in 20 minutes.
But that's all.
I'll be that guy. Like if I had a better connection to get it than you, and I can get it, and you want me to get it for you, I'll charge like $100.
That's
a service you're providing.
That's what I was about to say. That's a good point.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You're doing something that someone else can't, and you have to pay for that service. And it's up to that person to say, well, this is worth it. This is not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with paying for the convenience of not having to wait outside in the cold or, hunt around.
So
or getting
so
mauled on a Black Friday.
really, yeah.
Lost the
So
eye.
Right.
really, really short story. So like growing up, you always heard about like people waiting in line forever, Black Friday stuff. And I was like, I was talking to my dad about it, and he would say, I'd rather just work for a few more hours or like another day than wait in line for a chance to maybe get something cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'll just work more and then get some extra money, and then it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah, I dig it.
it's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I didn't. My brother and I used to do Black Fridays a lot when we were younger, and sometimes I didn't mind it. It was fun in the chaos of it, but most of the stuff that we were going to get wasn't the crazy stuff. It was fun watching people get trampled to buy a 32-inch TV when we were just in line for a bunch of blanks, like because that was when like burning DVDs. So we were there.
Come on, Mike. We know you're there for cassette tapes.
Each other in his face for this like screen when flat screens first came. They like ladies were fighting each other by the truck for these fucking man. We're just like grabbing blanks, like, oh man, these people are crazy.
And that was before they could just carry it out on their own.
Yeah.
They're like,
imagine old women fighting for plasma TVs.
Yeah. You bitch, bam, teeth go flying out. Like, what the hell?
The TV done broke by the time you went to pay for it.
Yeah. Or just be obsolete in a year. Plasma, even though plasmas were cool, I remember, what was it? It was...
I mean, plasmas are still good.
Mm-hmm.
They're still good, yeah.
I think one of those monitors, I think the one that I had the Smash Brothers hooked up in the shop was a plasma. They generate a lot of heat. When I walk past it,
they do.
I always feel the heat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was I think LED were the latest. So it was plasma and LCD at first, then LEDs came out. They were like super expensive. And now you can get a 1080, they just give them away.
Mm-hmm.
Technology. Great thing. So yeah, scalpers, cool. Especially when I'm the scalper, even better. And that's about it for this go round.
That's it, man. Wish everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. You're not supposed to be traveling, so you won't give COVID to Nana. Nana won't become one of Jesus' warriors a little earlier than what we like to anticipate. But if you do get to hang out with your family, hopefully everybody enjoys. So happy Thanksgiving from the MAP family to everybody. You guys here, I'm pretty sure I'll text y'all at some point in time within the next hour or two, let alone next couple of days. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in with us. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday and give us a holler online if you need us.
Yeah, and also if you have any questions for us to address on the podcast, hit us at podcast@mapgametech.com. We got an email now.
Yeah.
So fancy.
Yeah, Brian's behind the scenes making that snazzy, man. Yeah, the Texas something else. That's ooh, I organized this. I can spell, I can read, I can write.
And now he knows how to use hyphens.
I do.
Well, that was John that did up that one.
Oh yeah.
Or is it Brian? I don't remember.
One of them.
A lot of hyphens.
But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.